Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm super happy you're here with me today. It's a beautiful day in California. Sunny, breezy, 74 degrees, light clouds. Ah, what a gorgeous day. Anyway, I'm excited each and every one of you is here to hang out with me and do some more crafting. We've got some fun projects. We're going to continue on with our file folder, folio and some things to go inside of it. And then I'm starting the day off with some more roses. Oh, pretty, huh? Hubby brought more in today. These came out of my Zen garden, not on my hill. So I have different ones on the hill, but aren't those pretty? Yeah, I love them. Peach roses. You know, my wedding colors were peach when the guys were wearing two-tone brown tuxes. All the girls were in peach with peach roses. Of course, I was in white. So I do have a love for peach roses, peachy and peachy gold. So anyway, I thought I'd share those with you because those of you who don't have any roses in your garden, I thought you might enjoy a little peeky. And guess what? Remember I was telling you they had messed up the rose order for Mother's Day? Well, they sent me a replacement order. This is what they kind of should have been the first time. Aren't these pretty? Pink roses. I don't know if you can see that vase. Look at that vase. Isn't that pretty? I wish I could tilt it more, but I don't want to have water all over my desk. But anyway, so that's what came yesterday while I was doing my last video. They came the day of the video, and when I was done, I had that surprise waiting for me. They're on my counter, sitting over by Bertha. So Bertha's getting to enjoy the roses. That's my guillotine paper cutter. The old school one. So anyway, before we get going, I thought I would show you what I added. I added some trim here to my last project, and I put some little goodies on there. That was a journal card made out of the tabbed index folders. And then I added this and this, this, and this. So you could see what I added. I kept looking at them and went, too plain for my work. You know how I am. Yeah, no. But anyway, so those. Then I was going through my stash, and these are also by Chapter 1 papers, and I had made these a while ago. I don't think I did them on video. But it's a belly band that I have a card here. And then here, it's a little, let's see, I think it goes this way. Yeah, it's a pocket. It's made out of a book page. I'll show you how. So it's actually got that on it, and then you folded the book page in half, so that gives you a pocket here, right? And then I put something under the belly band, and then I put a little piece of paper on the back, because when you glue this down on a page, you have another pocket, so it's like a double pocket belly band. And this one, I did this one. Whoops. Uh-oh. Excuse me, it's upside down. So it goes like that, and then there's the pocket is back here. And you go in, it goes in there. And this is from their High Society, Chapter 1 Papers High Society kit. So this is what it looks like when you don't have it. It's just a piece of paper. You fold it over, you punch your little notch there, close the sides, and then I stuck a piece of extra paper on the back to give it some stability. So super easy to do. We may do one today. I don't know, maybe we could. Let's see. If I have some stuff, we can work on that one. Oh, I did want to show you the file folder covered. So these little bits I have here are what I want to put in each area to decorate it. But I did cover it because remember, I didn't want to do it on video. I didn't want to waste your time. And remember, I said I was going to put the lace down there. That came out real pretty. I'm happy with it. So here it is. Excuse me. I've got the frog today. Give me a second. Allergies. Okay, so there it is, all covered. I used two different pieces of paper. See, I used that one and that one. You saw me trying to figure out what to use. That's what I ended up using. I don't have the inside covered yet, but when you pull the pages in, this is what you get. And these are to remind me that maybe I want to decorate that with that. And then that folds over. That, I think that's going to go on that side. Those are going to go over here. And this is our folio folder. Isn't this pretty? So I'm excited about that because these little goodies will live in here. So like This one's narrow. Would that fit in that pocket? It might. That might fit there. And that one might fit over here. Maybe not. If I close it up, it might not fit, but we'll see. I haven't closed those yet because I haven't done anything, but those are those. So we might work on those today. We'll see if we have time. But that's the whole point of this is, you know, to hold. And I haven't glued anything down. As I've always taught you guys, I do that later because I want to be able to cover this easily and not be stressing about trying to stick papers in there and get it to fit and cut it right. It's just easier to do it without all that stress. So we have that. Okay, so we have that. And we have that. And we have those. And I'm going to move those off my desk. So you've seen it all covered up. Today we're going to do a little different project. I think we're going to work on this one. I'm going to grab some papers. I don't really know what I want to use or do. We're going to make a triple pocket here. And you'll get to see how that works. Now this is a standalone piece, or you could definitely make each side individually and use a little thingy, and you could, not a little thingy, what am I going to say? Well, some kind of a, I don't know the word, like strips or a way to make it a flip, right? You could add a gusset. Gusset, that's what I was thinking. I guess gusset's the right word. I don't know. You could put a paper there and make it work that way. It just depends on what you want to do. I'm thinking I'm going to glue it together and create a pocket like that you could use right here. Have a pocket here, flip it over, and then you have a pocket over here, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Or maybe pocket, pocket, pocket. Yeah, I think I want to close it right here, across here. But I won't do it until I have it covered with whatever paper. Now, you don't have to cover the whole thing because these file folders are stunning. If you're using a white file folder, now I've already used this in a piece. Let me see. Let me grab the piece I used that on. You can't really tell, can you? I mean, I could use it again. Let me grab. Well, it'd help if I pulled it. Ouch, I think I pulled something in my neck. Yeah, see, I used this one here, but I really like this. I'm wondering if... I really like that a lot. I feel like I want to use that again. But this time maybe featuring the rose. You wouldn't even know it's the same piece, right? I do have this one, which I think would look lovely on there. Maybe I'll do that one. Yeah, maybe I'll do that one. That's different, right? I'm looking to see what I would like to put on here. That's pretty too. Now I'm just, what's the word? Auditioning them. I'm not thinking those. Oh, I've already got that one. I already pulled that one. Okay, I like those. Let's try. I mean, I have that. That would be pretty too. Let's try those. I'm going to go with that one, I think. All right. So how is everyone? Are you all well? Happy? Healthy? Doing good? I hope so. I hope everyone's good, good, good. I always flip a piece of paper over because the plastic with the plastic underneath and a plastic ruler equals a mess. Oh yeah, okay. I'm good. We're hanging in here over here. Hubby's been working in the yard, trimmed some trees that grew a ton during that winter. All the rain. Oh my goodness, all of our trees went nuts. So it seems like it was the right side up. So let's, now I don't want to glue on those, so let's move those. Let's get a glue mat. Yeah, hubby cleaned them real good for me when I was down sick. He cleaned some stuff for me. Okay, so let's see. Oh, that fits on there perfectly. I didn't even, I really didn't check that. Oopsie. Let me get this here. Let's get the sleeves up. Let's get to work here. Now we're going to cover these. Oh, I didn't give you any dimensions or anything for these, did I? Well, you can make them any size you want. I cut up some file folders. These are file folders from that set that I showed you. And this, I cut it to, you're going to want dimensions to 8 by 7.5. Let me see, is that one the same? You could do 8 by 8 or 8 by 7.5. Yeah, 8 by 8 or 8 by 7.5. It's up to you. Okay, I didn't want it to be a full square. Then I folded it down, I believe 3 inches. Yes, it's got I scored it on the longest edge, which is the 8-inch edge. At the 8-inch edge, I scored it 3 inches. Okay, so the 8-inch edge, I scored it at 3 and folded it over. Okay, forgot to tell you that. My bad. Oh, before we get going, I need to take care of some administrative stuff here. So, I guess in my last video, I said that this was a pokey tool. And the reason and someone corrected me and said, no, it's not. It's used for the diamond painting and for the bezels or something. I didn't really understand. But actually, when we purchased these, in the description when we bought it, it said, what did it say? Let me think. I'm trying to think of what. Rhinestone picker with, it says pokey tool. Okay. So I said that in the video and I got corrected that it's not, but that is the way it is listed when we purchased it from our, one of our suppliers. They call this a pokey tool. Now you and I know this very sharp, very, dangerous little tool here, that this is a true pokey tool. Very, very pokey. But I have used this to poke things. So I guess it's up to you. If you're looking for a very bright point, no, it is not a super sharp point. Okay, it really isn't. You're right. So the person who corrected me is correct. It is not, but it was listed as a pokey tool. That is why I said that. Now I do have one here. This is a pokey tool, and it actually has one of the wax tips here like these others. Okay, see? So I guess just be careful. If you're expecting something sharp, this isn't sharp, but I do use it to poke things. So I don't know. Just so you know, I wanted you to be aware. She said it wouldn't be right for me to say pokey tool if you're expecting this and this is what you get. But I use it as one, and it is listed that way. When I purchased it as a wholesaler, it is listed as a pokey tool. So I don't know. It isn't one of these, though, and I do need to let you know that it is not. So just so you know, you're not getting a super, super sharp tip, okay? This one had it, which is why I just assumed it was one, and that was the way it was listed, okay? So let me correct that. I don't want anyone to be discouraged or upset if they buy it thinking it's super sharp on the end. It's not, okay? So we got that. It is not one of these, all right? So there we go. Oh, one other thing. Okay. This is not for controversy. This is to explain. Got a message from a lady over in Europe, and she wanted to know about the digitals. Okay, because of last year, the European Union, which is the EU, put out new guidelines, and they require anyone selling, whether you're from the US or another country, that you have a sales representative and do a ton of paperwork for every single thing you sell in the EU. So being in the US, we don't even know how to go about getting a rep in Europe, and we don't know who's reputable and what kind of certification they have to have, on and on and on. And the paperwork is crazy for each item. So we didn't have Etsy backing us in any way, shape, or form. And we were told if you get caught without the paperwork and out having a rep, you would get your shop closed down and you would get fined. So we, just a very, very small little company, both the digital shop and our physical shop, we chose to only sell in the US. Now in the digital shop, we can sell to anyone who is not in the EU, not a member of the EU. we can sell to you. So if your country is not a member of the EU, you can buy digitals from us, okay? But you can't buy, we've chosen not to sell outside the US because, again, it's crazy paperwork. And we're too small. Jolene doesn't have time, neither do I. She's raising 2 girls by herself. We're helping with that. And she's running the regular physical shop as well as her digital shop, and it's a lot for her. So the digitals you can buy in the US and from any country that isn't in the EU, which is European Union, is my understanding, is that's the correct word. And if you go to our physical shop, we're only selling to the US because it's just too much work for her to do. We have to go to a big post office that's way far away if we want to sell outside the US. And she doesn't have time to do that. It's over an hour drive one way. And she really, really, really doesn't have the time or physical energy, honestly, to do that and take care of her girls and the other business. And, you know, there's a lot going on with our family. So, and my own health and my hubby. So, I apologize to those of you we aren't able to sell to. We love you all and we wish we could, but it's just too much for us. So please forgive us if you're disappointed. I'm so sorry. It's not our intention to leave anybody out, really. That's how we've chosen to run our business. It works best for us, and it's enough. You know, we can handle what we have. She can handle what she has. Where we're at now, we just can't take on anymore. So I apologize to those of you we can't sell to. I'm sorry. I truly am, and so is she. Okay, so we've taken care of business. I didn't say that as a big, last time I said that, I had a lady go crazy on me and get very political, and I don't do that. We don't do that on this channel, so I apologize, but this is who we are and how we've chosen to do our business. So, and that was all, that whole thing with the EU took place last year before we even had the current administration we have, so it has nothing to do with that at all. It's more their thing from a year ago. And it went into effect last year, I believe, December 13th, which was kind of a weird time for something to go into effect, but I don't know. So we're so sorry if we can't get something from us. We really feel awful. We hate that anybody can't get what they need or want from us. And we so appreciate that you enjoy our products and you want to get them. It's such a blessing to us. Each and every one of you is a wonderful blessing. We don't take any of you for granted. We appreciate each and every one of you, you know, and we enjoy all of you, and we're enjoying our time with you, and I enjoy all of your happy comments. And I was also told I talk too much about family and health, that people just want crafty videos. They only come here for crafting and they don't want anything else. Well, I do tell you it's a craft and chat, and you get real life here, and I'm sorry if that doesn't meet your crafty needs. So I've had some people leave in a huff. I'm so sorry that you don't like my videos anymore. I understand. I'm not for everybody. And for those of you who like things the way they are, I'm really glad. You make my heart happy, and I adore each and every one of you. That's got to go that way. I knew I was going the wrong way. Good thing I checked that, right? So, we have taken care of business. I always hate to lose a subscriber. Makes me sad, but I also understand I'm not everybody's cup of tea. So, anyway, for those of you who stay and who love me and love our shop, I appreciate you. You are seen and you are appreciated. We love you dearly. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Come on now. I am working with Chapter 1 papers. They are fabulous. If you go to my last video, I showed the whole kit. I showed both kits. This is the Dusty Pink and Blue, which is gorgeous. I'm also working with High Society, which is by Chapter 1 Papers. I'm also working with, I don't know if I'm going to end up using them or not. Let me see. The Victorian Ladies, the French Fashions. I don't know if I'll be using those in this one, but I might. Again, those are Chapter 1 papers, but I'm doing this as a guest design team project for my favorite ladies. And they are kind enough to share these with me when they come out with a new kit. Sometimes I can get to them, sometimes I can't. They did send me another that I haven't got to, and oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It is, what's it called? Hello, here's your name. I know you're here. I saw you. I think it's Floral Fancies 1 and 2. They did 2. And these are, look at these. Gorgeous. I think I'm gonna use, I might put some of these on the inside of the folder. I'm actually thinking I might, so we'll see. But anyway, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous kit. So you got to go see what else they've got. You got to go check out their kits in general. Everything is stunning. I mean, they don't do anything. They don't make ugly stuff. They make beautiful things. Little Miss Mouse, right? You're a mouse, right? Dora. I think I called her a bunny. I felt so bad. Sue and Jan. Hello, ladies. Let's see. I think you'll probably get to watch this at some point. I know you guys have been super busy. I try to let you know when I'm having a video, so if you want to watch, you can. I'm looking for that all over green page. Do I have that all over green? I do. I know I do. I just saw it. Well, maybe I could put something else on this inside. Like, I really liked this. That would be cool in there, wouldn't it? I think so. Oh. Okay, let's see. What did I say that was? 7.5, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. So I've given you all the news, all the corrections. Hopefully I got all the boo-boos that I made. So sorry. Okay. And it is a complicated time to be in business right now for everybody. So bear with us. We're working out whatever kinks we get when we get to them, because we never know, you know, what's going to be what on a daily basis. So things change so rapidly in our world that we're trying to keep up, and sometimes it's not that easy. And we've got 2 girls graduating in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So we have our hands full right now. Not so much me, but my hubby, who's helping with my daughter doing a lot of pickup and stuff, because she's got kids getting out at the same time in 2 different locations. So it gets nuts. This accidentally got ripped, so let me just fix that corner. Okay, then I do want to ink, and hello. Sorry. I threw that clear across the floor. Hold on. Be right back. I didn't go far. Oh, I went farther than I thought, though. That rolled. Sometimes I miss my carpet. I don't miss crafting with carpet, though. Crafting with carpet is messy. It's hard to get it out of the carpet, all the little bits. Oh, I love this. Isn't this a pretty piece? Beautiful. Love these papers, girls. Just love them. And then see, we go like that. Oh, you do lose a lot of that, but that's okay. I mean, it's fine. Hold on. I'm going to just roll these way up. I know I'm always wearing gray, right? I have a lot of gray. I didn't realize how much gray I had in my winter wardrobe and my early spring wardrobe. From heavy. Yesterday it was cold and windy. Today it's warm and sunny. A little bit of a breeze, but I'm not... There was some chimes around lunchtime, but now it's quiet. It's a little windy, but not enough to make the chimes go, I guess. But my last video, someone said it was very zen. They loved it because they could hear the birds and the chimes and the wind. Yeah, it was pretty. That's pretty. I like that. Okay. Now I'm going to want an image, and let me grab... I start out with everything in an easy to reach place, and then I move one thing and nothing's easy to reach. Okay. This is from High Society. And these all got reduced down. They were those big pictures I showed you. Well, now they're smaller. So, got all kinds of ladies. And I want to see what I have in the ladies. Oh, she would be great. Now, she is not as big as she was before. Now this time I wish I had a tall one, right? Isn't that the way? Although I believe I have some that are pre-cut already. See if that lady's pre-cut. I don't think she is with my luck. Let's see, what did she look like? What was I looking at a minute ago? Where's the lady I was looking at a minute ago? Okay, I'm losing my mind. Oh, this lady. Was this the one? Was this the one I was thinking? Am I looking for her or her? I think I was looking to see if I had any of the bigger ladies in her already cut, and of course I don't. That's typical. I think I was looking for her. But in the original ones, give me one second. Yeah, this is the original. See, they were reduced down. See, we reduced them down. So let me go to the fussy cuts of these. I call them fussy cuts because they're on a heavier cardstock. Aha, there she is. That's one I was thinking I might want to use. Well, either one of those would be okay. So these got made smaller, and now I need the bigger one. Isn't that silly? You never know what you're going to need. Oh my goodness, huh? Huh. Right? Huh. Not very good English. Neither was that. Okay, let's pop these gals back in here. That way I can find them when I need them. You're like, you're always putting stuff away. Yes, because I have so much in here. If I didn't take that time, then when I want it later, I won't be able to find it. Ooh, she's pretty big. I think she might take up the whole thing, but let's just do a kiss cut. I'll fussy cut her if she ends up being what I want to use. Kiss cut is where you go around it, you sort of kiss the edges, but a fussy cut is where you cut it exact, right? Now, I don't know what I think about that. What do you guys think about that? If I got rid of that thing, which is a muff, a fur muff that they used to use in the winter, if I got rid of that, well, let's see. Again, we'll just kiss cut this to make sure it's going to be all right. It's kind of bright. Both of them are bright for the kit, but I don't think they're ridiculous. Oh, she really takes up space, doesn't she? You don't see any of the other bits, so I'm not sure what I think about that. Could use a blue, but I don't think I want blue. No. Well, I do have this pretty green one. Maybe that would be pretty on there. that's too dark blue. Throw this away. I think I'm going to rule her out. She's a little bit bright for this project, I think. So I'll throw her in my... And these are no longer available on Amazon. I'm so bummed. These envelopes that I use all the time are no longer available. Broke my heart because I use them for everything. I did order something else, but it's not what I had in mind. Hopefully they'll be back. Sometimes Amazon lets you say, hey, we'll let you know when it comes in, but sometimes they don't give you that option of if they don't think they're going to carry it again. Oh, she's rather pretty. She's a potential. Well, if I want a lady on there, which I believe I do, now that I've got a ton of scissors on the desk, let's clean up a few. Let's fussy cut her. Now, fussy cut is when you're getting right up to the very edge. You're leaving little or no paper around it. You're just going right up to your image. Kiss cut is where you leave a little bit of paper around the edge. And both of those terminologies come from quilt making. I don't know if they come from anything before quilt making. I know it has to do with piecing in quilt making, which I didn't do a lot of piecing in my quilt making. I did do some quilting. At one time, I did a lot of quilting. I haven't made a quilt in years. That requires a certain thought process, which is very exacting. Those have to be perfect, otherwise your quilt squares and dimensions don't fit together right. So you end up with a wonky looking quilt. You can't be, oh well, you really have to be a lot more perfect. And I used to judge the quilt competition at the county fair, so I do know what I'm talking about. Can I do it all? Not necessarily. Let's do this. Now, the file folders I am using, we do sell in our shop, so if you need them, they're there. They're in those really pretty vintage looking colors. We call it spring vintage or vintage spring. I don't know which way Jolene has it, but yeah, because you could still see I wanted to be able to see the flowers and maybe put something up there. We could put a little something behind her. I just don't know if I want to put lace there. Yeah, I don't think it takes too away from we could move things over so you could see the flowers one way or the other. Okay. Boy, the birdies are singing today. Can you hear them all? That particular birdie right there that you hear, if you hear it, is my favorite. There we go. I'm going to get a clip because this popping up is making it hard for me to glue and things. Wait a minute. There, okay. Let's maybe go this way so we can see a little more of the color. Yeah, let's do it that way. I can always add more glue. I just got to get some glue down. There we go. Yeah, that pretty right there. Hear it? Oh. I don't know, it reminds me of childhood. When I lived in downtown San Jose area when I was a little girl, outside my window when I was a little girl, we lived there from the time I was 1 to 4. I remember we had those really pretty diamond-shaped windows in our house. It was like a little chalet is what it looked like outside, because there's chalets over the windows like this little like pitches and trim or whatever. And I could hear there was birds outside. We had robins, and that's what it reminds me of. It's when I was a little girl. I'll move that over just a little. I know it's bringing back, it's triggering something in my head, but I don't know what, but it's a pleasant memory. It makes me happy. I think I remember going down for a nap and hearing that. I used to love it. My mom would leave the window open and the curtains would be fluttering. Remember that, hearing that sound as I went to sleep. Down for a nap. So we took naps till we went to school. My mom made us take a nap every day, even clear up to 4, 5. So we were crabby, I guess. She didn't like crabby kids, so we were always getting a nap. Okay. Yes, I like that. Now I need a little something up there, maybe something down there. All right. So at this point, we would go ahead, since it's decorated, and we would close that because it's a pocket. We've got tags, so I'm definitely going to come up with something to go in there. Okay. I don't think I need a poke today, so I'll put that back. I definitely want something up there. I'm going to say I want some pearls there, and maybe something there, and maybe something down there. Could use something here if we want, but I want to wait till I get it together. So now we have this other side we have to do. So I need to figure out, you want your pocket on, okay, there's a pocket there. So when you flip it over, there's a pocket there. Yes, so you want it there. I am going to go ahead and do the corners. I can always go back and retrim if I need to. So let's do this. There. I'm extremely thirsty today. It's very dry. Sorry, I really had to get something to drink. I couldn't even swallow. Okay. I love this and this. So let's see what we can do here. Maybe we could put the flowers inside. And we could put like something else outside. Yeah, it's not wide enough to get a whole lot of choice on there. Let's do... Let's do that. So let's go there. I'm kind of liking the torn look on this particular. Some things I wanted absolutely straight and perfect, and other things I'm okay if it's ripped and kind of messy. I'm all right with that. That one I really ripped it wonky. Hopefully I'm not going to be sorry about that later. I know you don't even see the color of that. I think what I might do is cut it a little bit short so that you could see, sorry, hiccups, you could see, what am I trying to do? So you can see a little bit of the file folder. I need, you know what? I need to go to my short sleeve shirts if it keeps staying warm like this, because I feel like I'm constantly pushing my sleeves up. Now I want to make this a little bit shorter. Let's do it where I can see what I'm doing here. Let's go up like this. Okay. There we are. That's pretty. I mean, it's not perfect, but it lets us see the file folder, which is what I want to see, was a little bit of that pretty file folder, because I love the colors of these. These are just yummy. Oh, there's the chimes. Wind's picking up a little bit. Yesterday was 20. Last couple days have been 20-mile-an-hour gusts. Today, I think we just have a nice light 9-10 mile an hour degree breeze. I love looking out at the trees moving and the clouds flying by. We got some thunder bumpers out there, which is kind of unusual, but we don't get thunderstorms here usually. Not even in the winter. It's rare. I mean, once in a blue moon, we just don't get them. I don't know why. We're not in that area, I guess. How's your weather, guys? What weather are you guys getting? What are you up to? Is everybody okay? I hope so. I know some of you have gotten that nasty flu that's going around. I hope we don't get it. I know there's a nasty flu going around back east, down in the south there, Georgia, South Carolina area. Quite a few of you said you're sick. And it's a doozy. So spring flu, I guess. We don't get too much of that. After a certain time of year, it finally goes away. But our weather's changing, so who knows, right? Okay, I did a bad job of gluing that. I don't know what it is with me in corners. You guys have trouble with your corners? I bet. Someone said they're having trouble keeping up with the projects. You don't have to do all these projects when I do them. You know, do them later. Put them in your watch later, or get the base done and then write a note and what video it was so you can find it again later. You know, get your base done and then you can just have fun and craft. You know, don't worry about it. This is just to keep you entertained. Or if you've got nothing going, it gives you a project to do, right? Or just keeps your creativity inspired. That's the goal, is to inspire you. Not really teach you, but just inspire you to be creative. I'm not creative every day, as you know. There's days I just do not feel like creating. And then I get a beautiful kit like this, and oh my gosh, my creativity goes wild. I couldn't think of a single thing to do this week. Nothing. And then this kit arrived in my email, and it was like, oh, I have to do this. This is so gorgeous. I just want to play with this kit so bad. I know what I want to put on there. Hold on a minute. Okay, so I'm going to, well, do I want to do that, or do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? Maybe. Here, let me get it cut, and then I'll go grab the image I'm thinking of. Hello, come back here. My rings are a twirling. They're making me nuts. Oh, some days it just doesn't work to use the... I'm using linen paper here. I love Chapter 1 papers in the linen printer paper. Love it. I need to see, so I want to go to about here. Okay. If the piece is short enough, I can cut it without anything under it, or rip it without anything under it. Oh, yeah, that's real pretty. Oh, too bad I don't get that rose. Darn, I'd love to get that one in there. Can't get everything, I guess. If I took off that, I could, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, you get a little more of that other rose under there. Now we got the right height. Yep, I wanted to see a little bit of the file folder under there, and I do. And get in there. Well, these are a little finicky sometimes. I have to say. There we go. Too many crumbs. Too many crumbs. Okay. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Don't you love it? Oh, I just love this paper. I did hear a couple of you bought it. Yes, someone was asking me about printing. Now, an HP printer many times will tell you only use HP paper, but obviously I don't. I generally print on 32-pound printer paper, bright white, color hammer mill, for color printing, hammer mill. That's the brand. And I generally use some kind of a matte presentation paper or photo paper to print my ephemera. So, although you get an HP printer and it's like, oh, only use HP paper. Well, that'd be fine if I liked the HP paper, but I do not like it. So I do not use it. But if you like it, use it. Whatever paper you want to use. I'll let you know what I use if you want your kits to look similar to mine and if you're using an HP printer. Yes, that's all crooked, but I don't care. I'm not trying to make it perfect. I want it to be very natural looking. Oh, isn't that pretty? I love it. Now, I do want an image, and I have the perfect image from the other day when we were working, remember? Let me... There's the one I was working with. Sorry, I'm still looking for bits and pieces here. Okay, now, there was an image in here. Please still be here. Or did I already use it? Oh no, maybe I used it. Did I use it? Uh-oh. I think I was going to use it. Oh, I know. I bet you I was going to use it over here. Let me guess. I was going to use it over here. Yep. But I really want it there. So it does not have to be here. Or I'll just cut out another one later if I really want it, right? Okay. Trying to keep my stuff separated here. I'm not sure I'm having luck. Okay, so let's cut this one out. I love this. This is in the ephemera of the kit. This is supposed to be like Jane Austen and her sister type. One of her sisters. Depends on which book, whether it's Pride and Prejudice or what. Emma, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of books. There's a whole series, which I love them all. Oh, yes, that's so pretty. Don't you love that? Oh, gosh. I want something under it, but I don't know if I want to do a whole big thing of lace like we did. Wait, where'd it go? Like we did here. What could I use? Oh, I know. What if we use some, let me see if I can find any. Oh, no, that's not it. Ah, cheesecloth. Let's put some cheesecloth under there. That's the right era for that. Come on, you little stinker, unwind. Oh, goodness. I'm wondering if I could just get it onto it and then put it on. Let's see if we could do it this way. Can we? I don't know. Yeah, that last video was really long. Sorry about that, guys. It was like a 20-minute video. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a weekend crafting with the Vintage Paper Girl because a lot of people are not watching it right now because they're too busy with all of their spring, summer graduations, traveling already. So I'm not sure. Should I keep... now, this is a question I do want an answer to. Should I keep doing the weekend crafting with the Vintage Paper Girl? I would have to get a pretty overwhelming yes, please keep doing it, because all of a sudden the numbers have gone way down, which tells me no one's really watching. Not even my regular ladies, because you guys are busy, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that, but I don't want to make a video that no one's watching. Because remember, it does take me energy I may or may not have at the time. Trying to figure out how to get this on here, and then I'll trim it up. Excuse my horrible hands. I have been crafting. My hands and my nails are a mess. I will get them straightened out after this video. I didn't want to take time away from the crafting to do something with the nails. I figure you don't care. I'm just crafting here. Boy, this one's really like coming apart. Hopefully I made the garbage and not overshot. Oh, pretty. I love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, let's... I think we got it good. Pretty, right? Two totally different things, but when they're going back to back, it doesn't matter, right? If you hinge them together, if you hinged them, then you could just leave them as is and we don't get the third pocket, or you can glue them together and make the third pocket. So it's totally up to you as to what you want to do. I'm just debating. Maybe I'll just hinge them. I don't do that too often, but doesn't mean I can't. You could hinge it with fabric or paper, and that's always the big question in my book. What do we hinge it with? Oh boy, those chimes are going nuts. Once it gets over about 10 to 12 miles an hour, then the chimes start going. Let's see our time. Let me see where I'm at. I don't want to go way over today. I can. I just don't know if I want to. Let me see. I'm looking for all the little doodads we could put on there. There's all the I should really stick those little bits in a little pouch so I don't lose them in my little thing here. Let me see if I got any more. No, those pictures. Do I have any that I'm missing? Those. This one. Okay, those are bigger. Let me grab one of my little, if I can reach them. I will grab one. I had to order some more. I had to order all my basics that I store stuff in. I was really out. And my printer paper. I just realized I was on my last pack of printer paper. Okay, I'm not going to use that. Will I use this? Do I want to bring that blue in a little bit, maybe? I could. Let's see. Let me get my, ouch. Let me get my, oh, I'm watching a new show on HGTV. Oh, now I can't remember the name exactly, so I'll give you what I think it is. It's called either Chateau or Castle Impossible. It's on Tuesday nights on HGTV. And a young couple, a young girl, a young woman, well, they're young. They're maybe in their late 20s, early 30s. She inherits this castle in France. Sometimes they call it a chateau, sometimes they call it a castle. Now, it has a moat. So to me, a chateau does not have a moat. A castle has a moat. It's from the 15th century. It was built in the 15th century initially. Her grandfather had it. Anyway, she inherits it. She and her husband. And they're from America. They're from California, actually, up on the coast, somewhere up by Half Moon Bay. They inherit this. And so they owed over $1 million in back taxes to the French government. They got it paid for, but it's a wedding. They're using the first floor. There's 3 or 4 floors. So they're using the first floor. The 3 ballrooms downstairs have been remodeled. Her grandfather was using it as a wedding venue, so they've continued the wedding venue. That's how they pay for the renovations and for all the back taxes. They guess they got caught up. Now I'm trying to decide where this is going to go. So they've done that, and they are renovating this thing. It's quite interesting. I love it because you're looking inside of a 15th century castle. Amazing. You know how I love anything French and anything like that. So yeah, I'm just in love with the show right now. It's every Tuesday night. We didn't watch the first few weeks because I was sick. I didn't watch any TV for 3 weeks. And so, finally I got to watch the first couple episodes. And if you record it all, let's say you have a recording device, which we do because we have a dish. We have a dish on our roof. We have DirecTV. So we can record. So I was able to watch all the recorded things that I missed and then caught up to the newest one last night. And this couple is young. I don't want to be rude and say young and dumb, but they really are. So they do everything the hard way. Oh my gosh. They're adorable. They're not dumb. They just do everything the hard way. I shouldn't call them dumb. They're not. They're just not used to renovations. They've done a little bit. Like they grew up with their parents. One dad had a paint business and the other one had woodwork, pottering. I don't know. She grew up with a dad. So she's very handy. They're handy, but they're not like DIYers normally. They don't do a lot of DIY. So they're learning everything the hard way. They did hire a guy from England to help them. Believe it or not, who does work in France and is pretty much got himself a lifetime job. They have to bring in other contractors periodically. Her grandmother is French and lives there in the area. So they've been renovating and showing her everything. Of course, Grandma was not happy because she didn't like that they are, as she calls it, breaking everything. She calls it breaking everything. They're renovating, but you know, so it's quite cute. I enjoy it very much. So if you do like HGTV or you have never watched HGTV, now I don't know what channel it is for you guys, so I won't even say, but Just look it up. It's either Chateau Impossible or Castle Impossible. I cannot remember which. Just look for the word. It's like Mission Impossible, right? The show. Because I don't know, some days, I think because they don't know what they're doing, they luck into getting things done right? So it's a weird, they actually end up doing things correctly by mistake, if that makes sense. So anyway, it's quite fun to watch, and I'm enjoying it. My hubby even likes it. He's like, I really like this one. I go, me too. This is like lots of fun, and we're enjoying it. So thought I'd recommend it to you guys if you're looking for something to watch. I know I'm ripping this piece of paper all up because I want this label right here. I'm ripping it right out. So sorry, ladies. I know what I do to your work. Oh, I feel so bad. But just know, I keep the scraps and I use them. Nothing goes to waste in this studio. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Everything gets used at some point, or will get used if it hasn't got used yet. Usually by the time I'm done with the project, I've used a good amount of everything, right? So, all right, let's throw that in there. I was thinking I wanted to use this down here. But I do need to cut it out because I don't think this is going to work. I think I'm going to go a little bit over the hour, but I'm not planning on doing the 20 minutes over. There was another little project I was going to do. So depending upon when you guys see this, you're going to see this hopefully on a Thursday. Hopefully I see the comments before Friday when I would normally make my weekend video, because I like that weekend video to go up at 9 o'clock in the morning. So now I'm been putting videos up on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if I make a video, that's when they will be. And then usually it's a Saturday morning at 9. The others come up Tuesday and Thursday at 10. And that's West Coast time. So I don't know what it is for the rest of the world, but just so you know. That's too big. Would it fit up here maybe? And maybe put the little number down there. Down there. Yeah, I like that. And I like that there. Okay, let's do that. And I'm going to put the littler pieces there so I don't lose them in my envelope, because they get lost in here and then they never get seen again. They're like gone. Got a lot of scraps. Why is that not? Oh, I found some more. You never know what you find in an envelope, right? Oh, yeah, that one we just cut. We might need that. Okay, so let's do this. All right. So did I ink this? No, I don't. Did I? I don't know. I think I did. All right, let's glue the stuff on. Let's get it glued on. And then I'm going to think about whether I'm going to glue it. I'll give you the options. And of course, you can do what you want with yours. This definitely needs to be inked. But I think I finally run out of ink. Oh. Let's get this glued on. Is this going? No, it's going over here. Let's glue this on there. And let's glue this on. This was just a strip left over that I cut off from the belly band from yesterday. So I thought, well, let's use it. It's got the cool 1867 date on it. So why not? Let's use it. Or that brings the blue to that side. That's what I was trying to do, is kind of bring each color to the other one. I didn't bring this color over here, but that's okay. Sometimes you can't do it. If you can't, you can't. there, what do you think? I'm happy with that. I think it needs some lace or something on the edge, maybe along here or here. I don't know, but you know, as I sit with it, I'll figure it out, and then the next time you see it, it may have more on it, or it may just be right where it is and nothing new is done. So, okay, now the question is, what I had planned to do was to glue these together and make this a pocket right here. A pocket, and then you flip it over and there's a pocket. But if I decide to hinge it, I would put the hinges along here on the inside. You wouldn't see them on the outside. They would just be on the inside. And then what you could do is you could decorate that, or put pockets, or just wrap it around a page and keep it plain to write. That's the dilemma right now. But for now, I'll just show you. You can either, like I said, glue it together, which I'm tempted. I'm so... Pocket, pocket. Yeah. So that's what we've got. Okay, so there you have it. That is for this, and I think this would fit. Oh boy, I hope this fits in here. You know, I thought I measured, but yeah, it does. Yeah, I would put the other pieces over here, this one over here, and maybe those on the side, you know. And then you would have this nice folio, which I do need to decorate. And I need to decide if I'm going to leave this open to write in, which I might. I mean, I don't know. I'm at a very big crossroads as to which side. Make that the front or make that the front. So I have to figure it out, because that depends on where I put my hinges too. So that's the other consideration for this, is where's that hinge going to go, right? So there you have it, guys. Today's little project. Not a big one, just a little project. I had planned to do one more, but I think if I do the Saturday video, I would, at that time, I would do these little strip ones, and then I would do this one I have with junk mail envelope. That's what I would do on my Saturday video. So that's kind of what I have in mind if I do the Saturday video. So let me know what you guys think. Should I just go ahead and suspend them for the summer? Maybe bring them back, you know, maybe in August when a lot of the kids have gone back to school and you're back from your vacations and you're not running around to the grandkids and trying to go to their ball games and their graduations and whatever else is baptisms and first communions and all those other things you're doing. So let me know what you think on that. And then I hope to see you all very soon. If not Saturday, the next video I make will be for next week. So look for me either Saturday or Tuesday, depending upon what you guys say when you see this video. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.